There's something about when you have a hunger and you're a winner that hasn't won yet. Because as you're recruiting a team, there's three players that you're going to identify with. And when I say players, people, right? You're going to have the winners that have already won. And those are the people that they're living their ego or an entitlement a lot of times. They've already won, so they're not going to show up for practice because they feel like, I've already done it. I'm expecting more, right? You don't want those. They have a lot of talent, but you can never create a miracle with those individuals. That's why Herb Brooks went out and he recruited a team that were the underdogs. They were kids on the ponds of America. They were high schoolers just getting into college. They weren't professionals. But he said, I can win with them because they're hungry. They have an ingredient. They have an edge, right? And so that's the second person that you'll find out there as you're developing your team is the loser that's already lost. And what I mean by that is someone that's already given up. You can't win if someone's already defeated. If someone's a victim all the time, they've already lost. They're just blame, shaming, and justifying why they've lost. If you pick up on their patterns, a lot of people live in this cycle of victim mentality, but they've already given up. They've already lost. Right? You can't create miracles. You can't inspire people to rise above, to overcome, to become when you have that energy. And so the people that you want to identify with, and that's the winner that hasn't won yet, but they want to win really, really bad. The people identify themselves, not because of what they say, but because of what they do, of how they show up, how they contribute, their energy, their attitude, their ability to work well with other people, right? And identifying who they're playing for, what they're playing for. And so as we're talking about hockey or any game, what is the most important feature of that game? Of hockey? Teamwork. Coach. The league. Competition. Practice. Energy. So think about this. Before we leave, the diehard fans, it's none of that. It's not the coach. It's not the players. It's not the talent. It's not, the diehard fans. It's not the energy. The most important feature of any hockey game or any game that you all go and watch is the clock. The clock is the most important feature because the clock reminds you only have a certain amount of time to do it. That's the time that we all have. And each and every one of us, we have a clock. We're in our own game. And you only have a short period of time. We're only here but just a flicker to get it done. But you have the ability to get it done. And it's when you're under pressure, it's when your back's against the wall that you are able to find, when you're the most uncomfortable, the resources internally to step in and overcome to become. And so I just want you all to think about as we leave out of here tonight is that what are you letting distract you? What whirlwinds of your life are you letting stop you from living your life? Because that clock is ticking. And each and every one of you, you have the ability, you have it in you. This is your time. This is your night. This is your time to go prove who you are, what you want. But you have to have a level of focus to get it done, and you have to realize the clock is always ticking. Tomorrow is never guaranteed. Tomorrow is never guaranteed. So give all that you can today. Because what you give, you have forever. What you give right now, you're inspiring other people, not because of what you're accomplishing, but because of what you're actually going through, what you're willing to open up your hearts to, what you're willing to be vulnerable for, what you're willing to go for. We interviewed Steve Harvey, and he said, you have to jump. And sometimes that parachute might or might not open, but it's okay because you know what? Each and every one of you are survivors. You're already here. You've already jumped at something and fell, but you're still here, right? So we're already going to survive. So what are you keeping from holding you back? I love the quote that Herb Brooks said. He said, great moments are born from great opportunities. The only thing that we have in front of us is an opportunity. It's an opportunity, and we can create that opportunity as big as we want it. And that's what you have right now. That might be the one decision that you can make tonight that can shift your trajectory for the experiences that you can experience, the things that you can give. But what I'm asking of you is that if it's not now, when is it going to be? because this game of life is real and we're all in it. So you have to play in the game. You have to step in on the field. For some of you, you're watching your life pass you by. You're not stepping up and being a voice in your own life. You're letting other things dictate and control where you're going, what you're thinking, and you don't have to do that. You have the ability to do whatever you want to do. You have it inside of you.